Why, thank you. So I'm Perry, and for all the single men in the audience, that means I don't have to worry about having the same name as your ex. Let that sink in for a minute. So, these last few months, years have been crazy. The world is on fire. Literally on fire at times. And there's lots of important questions on everyone's mind. Like what's going to happen in Ukraine? Is the U.S. still going to be a democracy? And how can we fix climate change? But perhaps the most important question on everyone's mind is Chick-fil-A getting rid of waffle fries? And I'm happy to report the answer is no. Now we can all sleep soundly at night. So it's a new year, and that means resolutions. And the most popular one is to exercise more. So everyone's out getting fitness trackers. And some people are totally obsessed with them. And I just don't get it. You know how active you've been, if your heart rate is up, and how well you're sleeping without looking at some device? Well, will you look at that? 7,900 steps today already. That's amazing. So my fitness tracker tells me, I noticed you got less deep sleep than usual last night. Were you up drinking? If I wanted to be questioned about my bad decisions, I just call my mother. So a little bit about me. I'm brave when it comes to eating spicy foods, going to the dentist, and pushing 2 children out of my body without an epidural. So let me tell you about my kryptonite. Parking garages. Thinking about trying to wedge my car into those tight spaces gets me all hot and sweaty. Just like when something gets wedged into my tight space. So I wanted to talk about something that's not often talked about in polite conversation. Menopause. Is it called menopause because all the sweating, burping, and tooting cause the menopause? But I think it should be called womenopause because it pauses all the things that make us feel feminine. So when I was married, my ex and I decided to exchange traditional anniversary gifts. First year's paper, the second is cotton, and the third year's leather. You can look up the rest if you make it past 3 years. I should have known it wasn't going to last when he gave me a pleather purse for our third anniversary. I was hoping we'd make it to 65 years of marriage so we could just successfully retire that relationship. So anyway, dating in 2025 is hard. I am not going to sugarcoat it. When I saw the headline, boyfriend of woman found shot to death in head, arrested for murder, my first thought was, aw, I wish I had a boyfriend that loved me that much. But it's all good. I have a date, and he's so hot, and a doctor. He asked me to meet him at a specific time, just the 2 of us. I mean, he calls it an appointment, and it's at his office, but whatever. I still think he should pay. I mean, chivalry and all that, right? So, let's see here. So my 15-year-old son and I were chatting about how there's lots of families with young children moving into the neighborhood. And he tells me in a few years when he's out of the house, he's okay with me selling it because it's just too big for one person. I guess he thinks I'm going to be alone forever. Contrast this with my gynecologist who asked me how many new sexual partners I've had since my last visit. I guess I'm giving out mixed signals. So anyway, thank you for listening to all the random thoughts in my head. I'm going to go take a break and get myself some Chick-fil-A waffle fries. And let's give it up for our next comedian, Lizzie!